I will be telling you a little more about the Fair Open Access breakdown of publication prices and the Bonafide journals projects, which we just started. I'm involved in it because of the Fair Open Access Alliance, which is a group of scholars and librarians aiming to help transform the conventions of scholarly publishing and return control of the publication process to the scholarly community. Member organizations include, and the most famous one you will probably have heard of is Lingua, which flipped the Elsevier journal Lingua to Glossa. Matoa, which helps Fair Open Access in mathematics flip to Fair Open Access. And Psioa for psychology. And fourth, the Quality Open Access Market, a marketplace for scientific and scholarly journals which publish articles in open access. The Fair Open Access Alliance is involved in two new projects, which I will illustrate today. So the Fair Open Access breakdown, because of Plan S requirements for transparency of prices and costs, and the Bonafide journals list based on the data in the Quality Open Access market. As you probably know, Plan S asks for transparency of costs and prices. And last year, Coalition S defined, in partnership with publisher representatives, the Fair Open Access Alliance and Information Power, that the various services publishers will be asked to price. This price transparency requirement will apply to all articles funded through transformative agreements and Plan S by mid-22. We developed such a transparent breakdown of publishing prices and services together with the following publishers. A few native open access publishers, PLOS, MPDI, Frontier, Stockholm University Press, Copernicus, and Ubiquity Press. Three traditional subscription-based publishers, De Gruyter, MIT Press, and Cambridge University Press, and open access publishers that do not charge authors, Open Edition and the OLH. So this is our breakdown of the publication services and prices. If you look at the left side, you will see the 7 service baskets which we have defined together with these publishers. The first one, journal operations, has the following components: journal support and submission system, platform development and maintenance, and a help desk and or other support staff. And we ask publishers to specify if this is done in or out of the house. The second basket is publication, triaging, organization of peer review, other editorial assistance, indexing and archiving, which can be broken down further to typesetting, copy editing, language editing, and proofreading. And here we also ask the publisher to indicate their rejection rate per journal. The fees can be split to scientific editors' fees and, for example, scholarly societies' fees. Under communication, we have the components dissemination, PR and marketing, community support and advocacy. There are general baskets which confine management and administration, other business costs and taxes. We also ask the publishers to define their surplus. The publishers we worked with had no problem with it, but if publishers don't want to do that, they can allocate it somewhere else. And you can also show how you are cross-subsidizing within your company. And then last but not least, the discounts and the waivers. This brings you to the total publication fee per article. And this can be an average for all journals of a publisher. I can't see the second one. You can also make the total publication fee available for just one journal or for a subset of journals. The rules are that baskets 1 to 7 represent the minimum information required. These can be extended to a maximum of 10 baskets as publishers see fit for their operations. For baskets 1, 2, and 5, several components must be specified. Components can be joined together or extended, and non-author fee publishers will calculate their costs. So this is how we have set up the breakdown. I will give you, the publishing partners are in various stages of participation. There are publishers that already have published their breakdowns on their websites, Frontiers, Copernicus, MPDI, and MIT Press. There are publishers that are still working on providing their breakdown figures, Stockholm, OLH, Open Edition, and Cambridge University Press. So early 2020, the coalition has approved both the fair open access breakdown as that of information power, and by July 22, all publishers have to comply with one of these breakdowns in order to be compliant with Plan S. And just to show you an example, it's MDPI. You can see here that they have published, specified the breakdown for two of their prices, two of their APCs. One is the 2,000 Swiss franc and one is the 1,000 Swiss franc. And if you go to their website, there's a very good explanation of how they came to be able to publish this. So then to the Bonafide journals list. I would also like to introduce this Bonafide journals list, which is a new initiative of the CWTS in Leiden and the Quality Open Access Markets. The idea is to create a global collection of trustworthy journals, meaning that they are not predatory. So this is a white list, not a black list. Several journal categories are labeled Bonafide. To begin with the first diamond, the no-fee journals. These are by definition non-predatory as they do not charge. The journals in DOIJ are manually vetted by teams of library people, a very expensive but very secure procedure. The third category are the journals which are contracted by institutional libraries via the so-called transformative deals, meaning that these journals are on their way from subscription to open access. And these three categories together cover about 60% of all the journals in the quality open access market. Of course, the remaining 40% are not all bad journals. There must be many, many good journals among them, from universities, learned societies, research foundations, etc. But how to capture these journals? For this moment, the choice is to invite libraries to express their trust in such a journal, meaning that if 3 separate libraries express their trust in a journal, it will be added to the list of Bonafide journals. So if you click on a gray journal in the list and you are logged in with your academic email address, the following window will pop up. And you as a librarian can submit your expression of trust in it. That way, the journal will become a light blue journal, as you see here. And if you click on the journal, you will see that your library, it's only one at the moment, has expressed its trust in it. If you click on the blue journal, you will see why the journal is a Bonafide journal. Here it's because of institutional transformative agreements, for example. And this one, oh, that's wrong. Okay, today the Bonafide journal is realized as a minimal viable project. This means that it is operational, but feedback is solicited for further community-driven development. The next step will be submitting a proposal for the NWO Open Science Fund, but we would very gladly invite you to be our guest and express your trust in a journal you know as soon as you can. Thank you for your attention.
So thank you very much, Saskia, for your presentation. We have at the moment 2 questions, one question and one a comment. So the first one is, what are the main differences between the Fair Open Access Alliance breakdown and information power breakdown?
The information power breakdown is a longer list of questions you have to answer. We think, because our list is more compact, it's easier to comply with our list of questions. But they are both approved by the Coalition S.
Okay, thanks a lot. So another redundant with the DOAG.
Sorry?
Is it not redundant with the DOAG? Is not that the same thing as DOAG?
No, the DOAG doesn't include hybrid journals at all. So the DOAG only has the full open access journals included. And in QUAM, we also have hybrid journals. So it's a much larger list. And as we know, hybrid journals can also be biased.
Okay, so on the same level, is there a link between the Bonafide list and the DOAG? I mean, do you wear together?
Yes, yes, we include all, so the Bonafide list includes all DOAG journals, as I think I showed, because we think that the process with which the DOAG controls its quality is very good.
Okay, great. And the comment was this one. So the peer review never cost anything, says a colleague of us. So it's part of the work of the scientific editors. This seems to be something sneaked in by the commercial publication editors to justify high prices.
Yeah, but I'm a publisher. Originally, I'm a university press publisher. And I agree, of course, the peer review is done by the academics, but it's organized by the publisher very often. Not always. Sometimes it's the editors who also organize it. But if a publisher is the person or the organization which organizes it, we should be able to put a cost to that. So please go to the Bonafide list. I put it's on my last slide where you can find it. And I'm pretty sure a lot of librarians know of the smaller open access journals in their own institutions or aligned with them. And you can make sure that they become a blue or a light blue journal as well.